Hey, how's it going? Just want to do a quick video walk around and review of my 2012 Kawasaki Ninja 250R. It's currently got about almost 25,000 miles on it. I don't know if you can see it too well. 24,908. As far as aftermarket parts, I haven't really done too much to it. Other than the double bubble windscreen we got here. It's a non-specific brand part. Paid 20 bucks for it on eBay. Works really good, especially on the highway. It deflects the air a little bit higher. Here's a throttle lock, a Go Cruise throttle lock. Paid 20 bucks for it on eBay. Works great for the long rides on the highway. Not sit there and hurt your wrist to keep the throttle in place. These are blade levers that I picked up at a local motorcycle shop. I paid about $20 or $30 for those too. They're kind of a, like a Chinese cheap aluminum kind of thing. But they work pretty good. I'm probably going to switch them out for standard grips or levers pretty soon, because the blade kind of hurts when you squeeze it too tight. Obviously I'm a big Transformers fan, so I've got the little Autobot theme going on. I've got reflective rim tape. I'm thinking I paid like $5 or $6 for that at a local bike shop. Works pretty good at night. Makes it nice and reflective, keeps you more visible to the automotive traffic. Got some extra windscreen bolts. I bought those. I got the anodized green color. The extra ones I had laying around, they'd replace some of the extra frame bolts with those. Let's see what else we got. And then we have a Danmoto GP carbon fiber slip-on exhaust. I paid $150 for it on eBay from Danmoto directly. It fits on pretty good. Probably the only difficulty was getting the attachment bolt and the nut through. This is still the standard factory one, so you may or may not want to see if you can find a slightly longer bolt to put in if you buy this exhaust. Otherwise it should fit on pretty well. But it's pretty straightforward. Just unbolting the factory exhaust, slipping it on, bolting on the clamp, putting in the springs, and getting it lined up where you want it. And, it sounds really good. It definitely makes it a lot louder from the factory exhaust. As far as performance gains, I'm not sure you'd really feel one until you get your carburetors rejetted and tuned, which I need to have done. This I picked up from a local shop for the brake reservoir cap to keep with the anodized green scheme I got going on. I also picked these up off of eBay. They're the Autobot, the valve stem caps. A set of 4 was about $10, so they fit pretty nice with my Autobot theme. On the as well for the license plate, I'm just gonna try and cover it up. I also have the Autobot license plate bolts. Those are about $10, I believe, off of eBay as well. Look pretty nice. Fit pretty well. The only problem is you'd have to go to a auto parts store to get new nuts for the back, because I don't believe the wing nuts they come from the factory reflectors would really fit on there too well. So I just got a set of those. Also from eBay, I purchased the Autobot tank protector. So that carbon fiber look. Looks pretty good on there, except couple minor details. I couldn't get it to transfer very well, so some of these I actually had to put in place by hand, so it's not quite even. You see here it's a little bit wider than it is on this side, but that's about $20 there for the whole thing. And as far as mods, that's pretty much about it, all that I have on there, other than the rear seat cowling. This I purchased from Kawasaki on eBay. And that was about a $80 part, factory paint finish. Purchased this bike in 2013 with about probably about 14,000 miles on it when we bought it. It's got almost 25,000 on it now, and I've had it for, this will be 3 years I've had it. It's a fantastic motorcycle. The other mod I did was I upgraded the front sprocket here. I changed it from a 14 up to a 15 tooth. Definitely fantastic for highway commuting. Lowers the RPM by about 500 to 750 RPMs. That's what it changed, at least on my bike. I'm not sure what the rear sprocket is when I bought this out, so I'm not sure if it's the factory sprocket or not. But I did change up to a 15 tooth on the front, and I went from 10,000 RPM at 70 mile an hour down to 9250, 9300 RPMs at 70 mile per hour. So it definitely helps with reducing engine heat, engine stress, and saves on fuel economy as well. I got a little bump up on that. So as far as mods, that's about it. It's definitely a very good beginner's bike. Also good for experienced riders that just want to have a little play toy to ride around town on. Yeah, this is my first motorcycle. I've had it for 3 years. I really don't intend on ever getting rid of it. Just doing here and there mods and upgrades to kind of suit it to my needs. I would ride it to work a little bit more often, but I drive about 200 miles a day to work, so but I did ride it to work a few times, and it does really good on the highway. I mean, yeah, you're running pretty high up there in the power band, but you know, anywhere from 9 to 10,000 RPMs, but it redlines at 13 to 15,000 is the redline range, so it scoots pretty well and commutes pretty good on the highway. Definitely get you where you need to go, but if you're a beginner or experienced rider, it's pretty much good for any experience range. It's definitely a very good bike. It gets you where it needs to go as long as you're not extremely in a hurry to get there. You can commute on the highway with it. I know a lot of motorcycle vloggers and reviewers, they say, you don't want a 250 on the highway because you'll get blown around, and in which, yeah, you do, because it is a lighter bike, so you'll get a lot of the draft off of the semis and other cars that are passing you. But you still got plenty of power to pass, and top speed's about 100 mile an hour, so you can definitely keep up, and you've got enough speed to overtake. But it's a fantastic bike. I have a lot of fun on it, and for me, that's what I'm more into. I'd rather have fun getting where I want to go and take quick turns instead of going ridiculously fast in a straight line. For me, it's about turning, not straight line, because anybody can twist the throttle and go fast straight, but to be able to handle a bike in corners, manage the weight and the speed and your experience and skill level through corners and whatnot is definitely what matters for me. So it's definitely a good bike for all skill levels, and you can buy a lot of upgrades to kind of suit your personality or your taste on whatever you want to do with it, which is what I'm doing. I'd love to have something more powerful and faster, but I really don't need it, and that's pretty much what it comes out to. Is your experience level versus, you know, what you need or what you want. You know, this is the bike I wanted, so this is what we got. And again, my wife bought this bike for me, so it's definitely a fun bike. And if I do need to go faster or anything like that, I can always just upgrade it. And as far as changing sprockets, or eventually I do want to go to a full exhaust system, so that'll give me a little bit more power. But that's my bike, and hope you enjoy it. If you have any other questions, feel free to leave a comment and I'll definitely answer. And then as I do more upgrades and whatnot, I'll definitely post more videos.